The clock is not just moving, it is awakening. Each tick, each turn of the calendar carries energy that silently shapes your life. September 30th is more than a day. It is a threshold, a quiet doorway through which everything you know may shift. The moments leading up to it are not ordinary. They are a hidden training ground, preparing your mind, body, and spirit for change that few will notice but all will feel. In this video, you will uncover why after September 30th, nothing will remain the same. You will learn the subtle patterns of energy that ancient masters have observed for centuries. Secrets of self-mastery and inner discipline, long hidden in Shaolin teachings, will be revealed in ways that transform how you see your own path. Shadows you have ignored, habits you take for granted, and the quiet pull of destiny, all of it will come into focus. We will explore the hidden threshold in time itself, the moment when unseen forces test your inner clarity, patience, and awareness. You will discover why awareness now is more crucial than ever, and how preparation in silence leads to strength when the world changes around you. Stay with this video until the end, and you will gain guidance on navigating the unseen currents of life, embracing change without fear, and stepping into a path aligned with true purpose. These are teachings whispered through generations of Shaolin masters, ancient wisdom designed to awaken the mind and illuminate the soul. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire. Subscribe now and step into the journey of mastery, presence, and transformation. The days ahead will challenge you, but they will also reveal the strength you have quietly carried all along. A quiet truth lives within each of us, often unseen, yet it shapes every choice and every thought. The shadow you have been avoiding is not an enemy. It is a part of yourself, a mirror reflecting fears, weaknesses, and desires you have not yet met with honesty. Shaolin teachings do not hide from darkness. They walk toward it slowly with awareness and discipline, knowing that only by facing what is hidden can the mind find freedom. As September 30th approaches, the weight of what you have ignored may press more insistently. Small anxieties, old resentments, unspoken fears, they gather in silence until they demand attention. Life may feel heavier, interactions sharper, emotions more intense. This is not punishment, but a natural awakening, a signal that the inner landscape requires tending. Mindfulness becomes your ally. Observe the shadow without judgment. Notice how it moves, how it whispers through your thoughts and body. There is no need to suppress, no need to flee. The moment you stop resisting, you begin to transform. Each fear you meet, each hidden desire acknowledged, becomes a stepping stone toward clarity and strength. Consider the example of the monk who sits in the cold before dawn. The body shivers, the mind rebels, yet he does not move away. He breathes, he watches, he allows what arises to pass through him without resistance. In this practice, the shadow is no longer a threat. It becomes a teacher, a guide showing where your attachments cling, where illusions mask your potential. The path is not swift, the shadow is patient, waiting for you to meet it with courage and stillness. As September 30th draws near, let this awareness sharpen, let it deepen your reflection. Facing what is hidden within is not easy, yet it is the foundation upon which true mastery is built. The mind often clings to the illusion of control, believing that plans, effort, and force can shape the world exactly as desired. Yet the masters of old understood that life flows like water, constant, unpredictable, and beyond the reach of force. Surrender is not weakness, it is discipline in its purest form. It is the quiet alignment of thought, action, and presence, moving with the currents rather than against them. After September 30th, the pressure to control may grow sharper, plans may unravel, expectations may collide with reality, and outcomes may twist in ways that feel uncomfortable or even unjust. Those who resist, who cling to rigid control, often meet frustration and fatigue. But those who observe with calm eyes, who adapt with awareness, discover a different rhythm, one where obstacles are no longer barriers, but invitations to deepen understanding and refine practice. Ancient wisdom speaks of the archer who aims without tension, the monk who moves through the forest without haste. Each action is intentional, yet not forced. Each step is precise, yet flexible. Mastery is not in bending life to the will, but in bending oneself to the truth of the moment. Discipline is exercised in stillness as much as in effort. Strength is measured in patience as much as in action. True power emerges when observation replaces resistance. When the heart stops clinging to a fixed outcome, the mind sees opportunity in what unfolds. Change becomes a teacher rather than a threat. Aligning with life's natural flow sharpens insight, deepens resilience, and nurtures clarity. After September 30th, the world may challenge expectations, but it also offers a rare chance to practice mastery at the highest level, a mastery rooted not in control, but in harmony, awareness, and the calm courage to move with the currents of existence. Discipline is not loud. It does not announce itself with fanfare or dramatic moments. It lives in the quiet corners of daily life, in the repetition of small choices that most will overlook. The monks of Shaolin understand this deeply. They rise before dawn, move through rigorous routines, and return to stillness with the same unwavering presence. Their mastery is not measured in grand gestures, but in the silent persistence that shapes every breath, every step, every thought. As September 30th approaches, the weight of these small choices becomes more visible. The habits cultivated over months or years will ripple outward. A consistent practice of mindfulness, patience, or physical training will show resilience in times of change. Conversely, neglected habits, unheeded responsibilities, and ignored opportunities will reveal themselves with equal clarity. Life magnifies what has been quietly nurtured or abandoned. True self-mastery does not seek applause. It is forged in the moments when no one is watching, resisting the impulse to react, returning to focus after distraction, showing patience when frustration whispers. These moments, seemingly insignificant, carry the power to shape destiny. Discipline becomes a mirror reflecting the depth of character, the steadiness of mind, and the integrity of action. The challenge is subtle. It asks for endurance without expectation, consistency without reward, and courage without recognition. Like a stream carving stone over centuries, these silent efforts reshape the inner landscape. The coming period will not create new tests. It will reveal the outcomes of choices already made. Each day offers the chance to practice this quiet mastery. Each decision, no matter how small, is an opportunity to strengthen resilience and align with purpose. The discipline that feels invisible now is the very force that will sustain you when the world shifts, showing that the path of mastery is walked not in spectacle, but in the steady rhythm of committed action. Every encounter carries more than words or gestures. It carries reflection. The people around us act as mirrors, quietly revealing the state of our own mind and heart. Tension in a conversation, irritation at a friend, or discomfort in a simple interaction often points not outward but inward, toward feelings left unattended, wounds left unhealed, or desires left unexamined. The ancients recognized that understanding others begins with understanding oneself. After September 30th, these reflections may sharpen. Small irritations may feel larger. Misunderstandings may surface more quickly. Situations that were once tolerable may now trigger stronger responses. This is not coincidence. Life is magnifying the hidden corners of your inner world, bringing clarity through relationships. What has been ignored or denied within will appear externally, challenging the mind and testing patience. Observe before reacting. Pause before words leave your lips. Let the mind settle like water in a still pond, so that ripples do not distort perception. In this quiet observation, power emerges. Calmness in the face of provocation is not submission, it is mastery. By tending your own inner state, you subtly transform the external world. The same situation can feel tense or harmonious depending on the clarity you bring to it. Shaolin wisdom teaches that mastery over the self radiates outward. Patience, discipline, and mindfulness are not merely personal virtues. They are forces that shape the space around you. By meeting others with awareness and composure, you allow insight to emerge where conflict once reigned. Relationships become not obstacles but guides, showing what must be healed, acknowledged, or released. Each interaction is a quiet test of presence. The way you respond reflects not just character, but the depth of practice. When inner clarity is maintained, the external world begins to reflect harmony, revealing that the true power of relationships lies not in changing others, but in mastering the self. Words are not empty sounds. Every syllable, every thought, spoken or unspoken, carries energy. In Shaolin philosophy, speech is considered an extension of the mind, a reflection of inner harmony or chaos. Careless words ripple outward, affecting not just others, but the speaker's own balance. Even a small phrase, repeated or internalized, can shape the unseen currents of life. After this turning point, the echoes of past words may return. Conversations long forgotten, judgments silently formed, promises ignored. They surface in unexpected ways. Relationships may shift, opportunities may be influenced, and inner peace may be challenged. Life has a way of revealing the power that words have always held, showing that even what seems small or trivial carries consequence. True mastery lies in intention, observing thoughts before they become words, cultivating awareness in communication, and speaking with clarity and purpose aligns the self with the natural flow of life. This is not discipline imposed from outside. It is discipline born from understanding the weight that words carry. Every interaction becomes a practice, every moment an opportunity to refine the mind and heart. Consider the silence before a word is spoken as sacred space. In that pause, insight grows. In that moment, control over inner reactions strengthens. The energy behind speech can build bridges or barriers, create calm or stir discord. By consciously choosing words, the mind becomes clear, the heart steady, and actions aligned. The Shaolin path teaches that mastery is subtle. It is not about grand gestures or heroic declarations. It is the quiet, deliberate awareness that each word shapes reality. Speaking with intention cultivates peace, not only within, but around you. After September 30th, the practice of mindful speech will reveal its true power, guiding life in a direction shaped by clarity, presence, and inner harmony. Stillness is often misunderstood. Many think it is absence, a void, or inactivity. In truth, stillness is alive. It is clarity that cuts through confusion, awareness that perceives what is hidden, presence that anchors the mind amidst motion. Shaolin masters have long taught that in stillness, the mind becomes a mirror, reflecting reality without distortion, and the heart finds a quiet center from which strength flows naturally. After September 30th, the pace of life may feel sharper, louder, and more chaotic. External pressures may intensify. Decisions may demand clarity that feels elusive. Without stillness, the noise can overwhelm, leading to reactive behavior and inner turbulence. Yet, in the quiet moments, even brief ones, discernment awakens. Observing the mind, feeling the breath, and settling into silence cultivates a space where clarity arises naturally, like sunlight breaking through fog. The practice of stillness is not passive, it is discipline in action. Daily meditation, mindful breathing, or simply sitting in conscious awareness trains the mind to resist distraction and the heart to remain steady. Each session, no matter how short, strengthens resilience. Challenges arrive, yet the grounded practitioner responds rather than reacts. Like water flowing around a stone, stillness allows movement without disturbance, presence without tension. Consider the forest at dawn. The wind stirs, leaves rustle, yet the ancient trees remain rooted, silent witnesses to the passing hours. Their strength is not in fighting the elements, but in being fully present, deeply grounded. Similarly, human stillness creates an inner foundation that cannot be shaken by circumstance. After September 30th, the ability to cultivate this calm, this presence, will determine not only how you navigate change, but how you transform it into insight, stability, and a steady path forward. Stillness is the hidden current of mastery, a quiet power that shapes thought, action, and life itself. Truth begins within. The mind often hides behind excuses, illusions, and small deceits, believing comfort lies in denial. Shaolin wisdom teaches that dishonesty clouds perception, dims clarity, and binds the spirit. Without honesty, the path forward is obscured, and the energy of life becomes fragmented, scattered by hidden truths and unacknowledged fears. After this period, the veil of self-deception may lift. What was once ignored or rationalized may appear in sharp relief. Habits, choices, and patterns previously hidden from conscious awareness will call for acknowledgement. This is not a punishment, but a natural awakening, a chance to align with reality rather than resist it. The heart that greets these revelations with openness rather than fear begins the process of purification and self-mastery. Facing oneself requires courage, yet it is also a form of discipline. It is the quiet practice of observing thoughts, feelings, and actions without judgment and recognizing where dishonesty or avoidance has taken root. The moment of awakening may feel unsettling, yet it is the same moment where clarity, freedom, and inner strength begin to grow. Consider the monk who confronts his own mind during meditation. Every hidden desire, every buried fear rises to the surface. He does not suppress it, nor does he flee. He observes, breath by breath, moment by moment, allowing truth to illuminate the corners of the self. In this practice, self-honesty becomes a lantern, guiding decisions, refining character, and aligning intention with action. The awakening of self-honesty is subtle but profound. It reshapes perception, clarifies purpose, and strengthens the foundation of inner mastery. After this period, the choice is revealed: continue in illusion, or meet reality with courage and presence. The path of truth, though demanding, opens the way to a mind unclouded, a heart steady, and a life lived in alignment with one's deepest self. Attachment weighs more than most realize. Clinging to people, habits, or beliefs that no longer serve you creates an unseen resistance, subtle yet persistent, shaping thoughts, emotions, and actions. Shaolin philosophy teaches that true strength comes not from holding tightly, but from knowing when to release, when to allow life to move without obstruction. Resistance drains energy, surrender restores it. September 30th marks a natural threshold, a moment when the energy of the world encourages release. What has lingered out of fear, comfort, or habit may now rise for examination. Relationships that stagnate, patterns that repeat without growth, beliefs that limit understanding, all invite attention. The decision to let go is not an act of loss, but an act of alignment, a conscious step toward clarity and freedom. The practice of letting go requires discipline. It is not impulsive or reactive. Like a monk discarding distractions during meditation, it is a deliberate clearing of space within. Each thought observed, each attachment recognized, becomes an opportunity to cultivate inner peace and resilience. The mind learns that security does not come from accumulation, but from presence and balance. Consider the river that flows freely after removing obstacles. Stones once lodged impede the current, creating tension and turbulence. When they shift or dissolve, water moves effortlessly, nourishing life along its path. So too does the mind, body, and spirit flourish when unnecessary burdens are released. Letting go is also an invitation. By making space, the unseen may enter. Opportunities, insight, and growth emerge where resistance once dominated. September 30th is not just a date, it is a turning point. The energy of release, embraced with mindfulness and courage, clears the path for transformation. Mastery, then, is found not in holding, but in the art of gentle surrender, allowing life to move with its natural rhythm and trusting the new to arrive. Purpose is not found in noise or distraction. It emerges quietly, like a flame waiting for still air to burn steadily. Shaolin masters have long taught that alignment with inner truth transforms effort into ease. When intention resonates deeply within, actions flow naturally without strain or conflict. This harmony between mind, heart, and purpose is the foundation of mastery. After September 30th, the significance of alignment will become more apparent. Small choices, subtle shifts in thought or behavior may begin to ripple outward, shaping circumstances in ways unseen but profound. Moments of clarity, decisions rooted in inner guidance rather than external expectation can trigger transformations that once seemed impossible. The universe responds not to noise, but to focus, discipline, and authenticity. Alignment requires observation and courage. It asks that you examine your motivations, discern what truly matters, and release what distracts from your path. External pressures, social expectations, or the desire for approval often cloud perception. Purpose that is borrowed from others is fragile, easily disturbed. Inner truth, however, provides steadiness. When decisions are guided by this clarity, even challenges become opportunities, obstacles reveal lessons, and effort becomes effortless. Consider the archer who stands at dawn, bow in hand. He does not force the arrow, he aligns his body, breath, and aim with precision. In this harmony, the shot is natural, powerful, and true. Life operates the same way. When your actions align with your purpose, timing, intuition, and effort converge. True mastery is measured by this quiet alignment. It requires discipline in thought, patience in practice, and the willingness to follow the path that resonates within. After this turning point, even the smallest act of alignment can cascade into profound change. By listening to the inner compass, respecting the rhythm of life, and acting with clarity, transformation becomes not only possible but inevitable. Awakening often whispers rather than shouts. True transformation does not arrive in grand gestures or sudden revelations. It unfolds quietly, moment by moment, layering awareness upon awareness until the mind and heart begin to perceive the world in a new way. Shaolin masters teach that the path of growth is cumulative. Small shifts, repeated consistently, eventually shape the landscape of life itself. The days after September, the 30th of May, feel different in subtle, almost imperceptible ways. A glance may carry more clarity. Thoughts may settle more quickly. Intuition may guide decisions that previously felt uncertain. Relationships may shift in tone, reflecting inner changes that were long in motion but unnoticed. These shifts are often small, easily overlooked, yet they signal a profound internal realignment. Mindful observation becomes essential. Each moment offers an opportunity to notice, to understand, to respond rather than react. Like a river slowly carving stone, these subtle awakenings shape perception and action over time. Awareness transforms ordinary experiences into lessons, frustrations into guidance, and daily routines into practices of mastery. Consider the monk walking through a quiet courtyard. He notices the wind on his face, the subtle rustle of leaves, the cadence of his own breath. Nothing seems extraordinary, yet every step deepens presence and cultivates insight. In life, such mindfulness allows the mind to detect currents of change that might otherwise go unnoticed, preparing one to navigate the unfolding future with clarity and calm. This subtle awakening is not dramatic, but it is powerful. It asks for patience, attention, and discipline. By observing with intention and responding consciously, the mind aligns with the rhythm of change. The days after September, the 30th of May, appear ordinary, yet within them lies the quiet force of transformation, gradually revealing the depth of self-mastery and the wisdom born from attentive presence. September 30th is more than a day on the calendar. It is a doorway, a quiet invitation to step into greater awareness. The days that follow will reflect the discipline, mindfulness, and honesty you have nurtured within yourself. Habits, choices, and inner clarity will shape the way life unfolds, revealing what has been cultivated and what still needs attention. True mastery begins from within, by observing your thoughts, letting go of what no longer serves you, and aligning with your inner purpose. You create a life guided by awareness rather than reaction. Every small act of presence, every mindful choice, strengthens your ability to navigate change with calm and clarity. Take these lessons into your daily life. Notice the subtle shifts, honor your inner truths, and respond with intention. Even the smallest step toward clarity and self-discipline has the power to ripple outward, transforming not only your own path but the world around you. May this period be one of gentle awakening and steady growth. Embrace the quiet strength within and allow it to guide your actions with peace and confidence. If you found value in these teachings, like this video and subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire. Join our journey of wisdom, inner mastery, and mindful transformation. Let presence, clarity, and calm be your companions as you move forward.